So the first thing we want to do is you want to get into Manage Your Courses. So then if I click on the course that I want to manage, you're going to customize the course and modify the course in flight.
Okay. Do I have those right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you haven't even, if you don't, then let me know.
Okay.
All right. And so then find the project. So, oops. Trying to remember where I put my project. There's my survey. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, so here's my project. This is my mathematician project. Click Edit. Make sure that your activity type is project. Make sure your activity name includes the word project so it's easy to find. Make sure you have a detailed description. And then down here you would place the rubric and the URL. So you're going to attach a file, which is the rubric, and you're going to put in the link for the URL. Simply hit save and then go through the process of publishing the course. Okay? Questions?
No.
So go back to that email I sent you with the dates. Let me find that. Okay, so this is finished, right? You've got project 1 and 2 finished?
Yes.
So this is finished. Not going to give me the option to strike out. And then I uploaded the Geometry A. We're going to upload Geometry B together, and then I will upload the finance one. So that's finished. Okay, so today you're going to, have you already done project 3?
Yes.
Okay, and you're going to upload project 2. You're going to create a site and then put it in the platform.
Okay, and you said something about you're gonna...
That was actually all for yesterday, so we're off. So by today we should have all these projects finished and project 1, 2, and 3 linked.
You said that you were going to show me to make sure about the linking it to a site.
That's what I just showed you, how to link it, the project in Edgenuity.
Right. But build a site.
Right.
Make sure I go
Build
through
the
the
site
steps.
I'm going to show you now. Building the
Okay.
site I'm going to show you now. Okay. So any questions about that, what you have to do there?
No.
Okay, so the only thing you should have, so projects 1, 2, and 3 should be completely done by the end of today. And you should have the outline done for project 4 and just send that to me. Okay, so let me go to so the first thing you want to do is under your profile, you're going to pick the matrix and you're going to do a Google Sites. Alright, so that matrix icon is this 9 little boxes here. Stop me whenever you have a question so I don't get too far ahead. So any question about how to get to Google Sites?
No.
Okay.
And you are recording this, right?
I am.
Okay.
One of the things I would do first is I would go to your Google Drive because you're going to need to attach any documents. So let's look at, we're going to work on the geometry project. This is geometry B. Okay, what was the first project in geometry B? That was the circles project, right?
I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't know anything about heart. In geometry B, it was the
circle constructions project.
right, circle and no.
Yeah.
Yes, it should have been the circle.
Well, circle construction.
I'm gonna check and
project.
make sure. My eyes are watering. Okay. Yeah, B is circle construction.
Okay, so when I look over, let's look at the introduction first. Let's start here. So you have a little graphics here. We'll talk about how you can find some nice fun graphics to put into the platform. It says circles are everywhere in our life, inside and outside the classroom. So let's start a sentence like, in this project will, and what is this project going to do?
Just help the student make real life connections to what's happening in the classroom.
Okay. Now, if you read this particular project, though, doesn't really connect anything to real life, correct?
No, it does not, because it doesn't
So
have
we
to
might-
do trees or anything.
Right. So we might want to not state that in this one. This project will have the student demonstrate their understanding how to
Hey, good morning. I'm on the phone with Clarence.
perform different constructions, circle constructions. How's that sound?
Yeah, and just the word perform. Look at that. Since you're typing. Yeah, go back to, you see the word? Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason I chose the word perform is because you're having them videotape it, correct?
They're actually doing the constructions.
Right. So they're performing the different circle constructions.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Your learning goal is understand and apply the the theorems about circles through constructions, and the standard is construct the inscribed and circumscribed circle. Construct a tangent line from a point outside a given circle to a circle. Okay. Now, what directions do you want? Well, how do you want to introduce this first task? Because this first task is how to make a video. So what do you think the steps are here, or how would you want to introduce this particular task?
Probably have them to look at a video where the actual inscribed circle-sized circles are being constructed.
Well, remember, this first task is just to let them know that they will be making a video, and here's a video on how to make a video. Is that right?
Yeah, so it would say something like, please view the video below to see steps on how you can construct or create your own video.
Okay, so okay. And then there's your video, and I just want to check the link to the video because we'll need that later. So, did you preview and watch this video all the way through?
Yes, I do. I always do it.
And so it makes sense. So there's nothing you were concerned about there.
Right. I make sure it's legit from start to finish.
Okay. So complete the constructions, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I would almost put this statement first, the choosing. So choose 2 of the constructions below to complete. Complete the constructions using a straight edge and a compass. Okay, and you're giving them these choices. Okay, so are they going to have to research this? Is this something they were already taught how to do in Edgenuity, or?
No, they don't have to research it. Yes, they were already taught. This is actually what is already being taught in Edgenuity. So I just put it into a project form.
Okay, so if I went into Edgenuity, they would show them how to do all these constructions.
They should have, yes, demonstration and everything with the compass and the straight edge.
Okay.
It's called preparing for the, I forgot what they call it, preparing for them.
Okay. And so then here in your directions, so I'm going to put presentation directions. And you want them to show your steps on how to construct each of, now here it says each of the above illustrations in your video. That
it's construction on each of your chosen
and I don't, is illustration?
demonstration. Show your steps on how to construct each of your choices from the above list in your video.
Draw each illustration on a separate lineless sheet of paper. Label each part and add color for an extra touch. So any questions about that?
No.
Okay. Let's take a look at the rubric. So
I
now,
think I changed that. Let me see that. Yeah, there should have been another. I think I sent you a link for a different rubric, and that rubric I believe had the one with the first choice, second choice, so that I could see if it was drawn. I'll have to find it now. I'm going to try to find that myself. What did I do with that? I'm looking for that too. Why are you looking? Because I
I'm
know
not looking. I've just assumed you were going to send it to me.
I'm going to send it again because I know I completed another one, which was, where did I put it? Oh, let me see. I have a folder. Okay, let's see where it is. Which one was that one? The construction or the bisector?
It was the circle project.
Let me see if I can find my sheets here and send it back out again. Oh, here it is. Circle, instructions, rubric. Okay, I think I found it. Because they only had to have two choices. Yeah, I sent it. Here it is here. So it's called constructions. Let's see. Make that go down there.
Did you email that to me?
Yeah, I think I did. I'm getting it now. I'm about to send an email off in a second. Instructions just there. This should be it. To myself.
All right, it just came through.
Yeah, that's it. Because they only had to do, the video and then they had to do the two constructions. So that's the way I set it up.
Okay, so this is just so the video shows steps for each instruction, shows steps for only one. Okay, so essentially a student could turn in just about anything and still get 20, 30, 40, 50%. Is that right?
As long as it's off the list. Because I don't know which one they're going to choose. So I put first construction, second construction.
Right. No, right. What I'm saying is the way your rubric is set up,
Mm-hmm.
the lowest score a student, for example, could get on this video here is a 4, a 3, or a 2. So they're going to get 20% for turning in a video.
Okay.
So is this 20% for turning in a video of any construction?
No, it has to be from the actual project.
Okay. So sometimes when you're making a rubric, you want to go all the way down. And also, this would only be out of 12 points. So are you going to convert that to a percentage?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to save this. And so the first thing you want to do, obviously, is make sure that your introduction graphic organizer is all set. And then what you want to do is, as soon as I can save this, You want to upload this rubric to your OneDrive. So I'm in my OneDrive. I go into the folder where I want to keep it, and I upload it. Any questions about just how to get anything on your OneDrive?
I'm just starting to play around with that, so right now I don't have any questions.
Okay. So, are you comfortable with getting to your OneDrive?
Yes.
So to upload a file, you would just click this new button, and where it says file upload, you would click that button, then you select the file, in this case our rubric, because we want to include it in our site. So I upload by clicking on the rubric, and then it'll actually appear on my OneDrive. Okay, so we're going to create a new site. So you go to New Google Sites. And we're going to add a site. And I'm going to use that graphic organizer, this template, to kind of decide how many pages that I need. So I need a task 1 page, task 2 page, task 3 page, a resource, and a rubric page. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And what would the name for this here was Circle Construction Project. So you just want to type your title in there. I usually make it the title itself, fairly large, and it'll allow you to kind of expand things out here. Then you can change the image by clicking down here in the left-hand side, change image. Now, I do select an image, and if you do select an image, it'll actually allow you to search Google, and you can do circle constructions. And any one of those appeal to you?
Not for what they're doing, so.
Well, wasn't one of the choices to put a pentagon inside a circle?
Well, it was just a regular, not a pentagon, it was a square. Scribe was one of them. Yeah, I was
sorry, it was a regular hexagon.
Right.
Okay, so let's. Any of these appeal to you?
Can't see the whole. Could you go down? See what's that? I guess the first one would be the closest one, and that's up at the top, right there.
Now this has a lot of formulas.
No, the third one.
Oh, this one here?
Yes, that'd be the closest one.
So you can select that, and that becomes your background.
Okay.
Which makes it kind of fun for them, because then they, gives them just a good visual. Then over on the right, notice that I have highlighted is insert. That means you're going to be editing the site. So I click on text box, and it puts a little text box in here. I go to my graphic organizer, and then that's where I place my introduction. So it's just going to be cut and paste. And you can set it up however you want. I usually like a little bit bigger font for that introduction. Click the text box again to get a new text box. And this is where I'm putting my learning goals in standards. I just gave it a color palette just to emphasize the learning goals and standards so that they would look at it. That's just more of an aesthetics thing. You don't have to do that. But any questions about anything I did there?
No, because I'll have the video to look at.
Okay, but here's a great opportunity to just kind of ask questions now.
No, I don't have any.
Okay.
Because you're copying and pasting from the original document.
Right. So that's why this graphic organizer document was so important, is because we wanted to have it to cut and paste and already have our thoughts and processes already in place. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to create all those pages. So we're going to make a task 1 page. We're going to make a task 2 page. We're going to make a task 3. And then we said there was a rubric page. And then a resource page. So any questions about making any one of the pages?
No.
So the reason I create the pages to begin with is I want to go back to my home page, and to help direct the students at the bottom here, I'll insert a text box. And in that text box, I want to include a few things. I want to include the rubric because I want them to know that they should go to the rubric next. And then I also want to let them know where they should go next, which is next go to task 1. So any questions about that?
No. So, but the rubric is not hyperlinked, so they can't
Not yet,
see it.
it's not hyperlinked. I'm going to hyperlink it in a second, but it's not hyperlinked yet. Get rid of the spaces. Okay. All right, so to hyperlink the rubric here, or have them go to the rubric page, you want to highlight the word rubric, hit the hyperlink, and all the pages will open. And you just click on the rubric page and hit apply. And then whenever they click on it, it'll take them to the rubric.
Okay.
Same with next is task 1, hyperlink it to task 1 and hit apply. Oh wait. Yeah, so we want to title this. This is going to be the Circle Construction Project. Okay, so any questions?
No.
So that's our introduction page. So now to edit each page, going to task 1,
Let me go back to that thing. Why did you publish it already?
because you always want to save it.
Okay.
Because that's publishing, it's like saving all the work that you did.
Okay.
So I go to task 1, and I like to change the header to only the title so it's not as confusing looking for the students. And you can change the theme by picking something over here if there's something that you like better. And that's all on the right-hand side. To edit this page, I want to hit the Insert button. Now when I look at task 1 has some directions and a video that I want to embed, okay, from the worksheet that you created. So when I go here, I say, okay, I want to do this. And I pick the layout that has 2 things next to it. It makes it aesthetically pleasing to the students and a little bit easier. So what do I want to do? I want to input a YouTube video. So you take the URL from your YouTube video and you place it here. It'll search for the YouTube video. How to make videos on your iPhone. Simply select it and it'll embed it for you. Here you click a title. I would call this Students Directions for Making a Video. And then go back to what we had here, and this is that little blurb. Students will watch the following video on how to create a video of themselves doing the construction. And then just go to your website and put that there. And then you've got your task 1 page is all finished. Then we want to add a text box. And in this text box, we want to tell them that the next thing they need to do is go to task 2. And I usually like to put it in the middle, make it a little bigger, and then I'm going to just hyperlink it to the page that is task 2. And that's it. And then I'll go to the task 2 page. I'll change it so it's just the header. When I look at my directions, this is just a set of directions, correct? So I'm just going to highlight this. This is what they're going to do in task 2. So I'm going to insert that text box. I'm going to put my directions.
You didn't choose a layout, so you just copied and pasted?
Right. I didn't choose a layout because I wasn't, let me undo this. Because there is nothing else on the page but text.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little easier if you don't have bullet points here, so I'm going to take those out. And because you're really emphasizing that they should choose only 2, I would probably take my directions and bold them And if you highlight that, I believe you can make those directions a little taller. And that kind of just emphasizes what the directions are there. And then you want to add that text box again, because the next thing they're going to do is task 3. And then you want to hyperlink it to task 3. Any questions on that page?
No. Excuse me.
Then on the task 3 page, again, I would change my header just for the consistency and look. When I look at task 3 page, again, it's just directions similar to the previous page. So I would just create that text box. So you're going to hit it. Every time you want to edit a page, you have to click the insert, do a text box, and then I have my directions here. And then once again, I need to do that last text box, and I would, at this point, they've gone through all the tasks, but I would put resources and rubric on this page, that I would go ahead and link them to both. And then the only 2 pages we haven't done yet then are the rubric page and the resource page. So for the rubric page, you're going to actually place the rubric here. So, and for this one, you're going to choose a different layout. So I choose one where you've got an image next to some directions. You can add the rubric from your drive. That's why you went ahead and uploaded it to your drive, not OneDrive, but Google Drive. And then all you have to do is go into your drive and then click on that. And then here, I just usually say, read rubric carefully, or read rubric carefully is good. And then here I always try and say, please let me know if you have any questions. And then the last page is your resource page. And if you go back to your graphic organizer, these are your resources. And you just insert a hyperlink or a text box. And you go ahead and put all those resources in there. All right, any questions?
And you push publish at the end?
I hit publish several times just to make sure I don't lose it. The other thing you can do then is share with others. So obviously I'm going to share it with you so that you can be the editor. And you'll receive a notification saying that it was shared. You want to make sure it says that anybody can view it. And even though I'm the owner, I've shared it with you so that you have editing rights. And then once you do publish it, you can actually view it. And it looks like this. There's your home page. This is the Circle Construction Project. Gives them their learning goals and standards. The rubric's right there on the front page so they can check it, or they can go to next task. There's their video that they're going to watch. Gives them their directions. Takes them to task 2. This tells them what they're going to do. There's your task 3. And again, they can go to their resources, click on any of the resources, and the YouTube videos that you gave them will show up. So any questions?
Okay. Excuse me. So I go just to my Google site and start from, what was the first thing that we did? I think I got everything else. Just to start, I know where my Google site is.
Right.
And then I go to
add a Google site.
And so you showed me that in the beginning. I look at that waffle thing. Okay.
How did the videos that I sent you, not yesterday, but the day before, help? Did you watch both those videos?
I only looked at one, so because I've been working on the other stuff, but I'm going to look at everything so I can make sure I have all my any questions and stuff like that.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop the recording now.